folks, welcome to Your Inspired Life, the channel dedicated to help you get motivated and inspired to live a healthy, energized life. Just imagine what you could do with your life if you had a solid foundation of healthy habits and all of the motivation you needed to get stuff done. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how to get more energy. So I want to go over 3 things you can do right now to actually see an improvement in your energy levels tomorrow and every day going forward. And I find that these are the 3 key areas where people can really optimize their habits to see a noticeable difference. So let's get to it. Okay, well first, this one might seem a little obvious, but it's really going to be the most effective at maximizing your daily energy. And that is to improve your sleep. I know it's not rocket science, but it deserves a lot more credit than what we give it. So many of us are not getting hours of sleep per night, but we also don't get the quality of sleep that we might need. Our sleep might be interrupted, or we're not reaching those deep REM levels, the zones that are really replenishing. So I'm going to be doing more motivational videos on how to improve sleep. So definitely subscribe to get notified for those. But also consider more ways that you can be putting more effort into getting more sleep to improve your energy for the next day. What could you do? Is it going to bed earlier, turning off the TV sooner, cutting back on food and drink closer to bedtime? You probably have an idea of what to do right now to get better sleep. So why not prioritize it and experience the benefits of increased energy right away? All right, on to number 2. So number 2 is to incorporate more strategic movement. What? Is that a fancy alternative to saying exercise more? Well, yes, but also pay attention to the word strategic. There's different kinds of exercise that are going to boost your energy more and some are not. So for example, if you're walking your dog in the morning, it definitely gets you out and moving, but it's not really going to give you the boost of energy that you're looking for. So what I recommend is considering adding some short, like 20-minute tops energy intervals that can be incorporated into your routine. So this could look like fast spin sessions on an indoor bike, or it could be hill repeats outside if you're jogging or running on a hill. Key of these intervals is that it revs up your heart rate in a short, controlled manner to really circulate your blood and get the energy flowing. But another way to do this is to consider the time of the day that you're doing your exercise. It's not just about accumulating 10,000 steps, but how this movement can increase your heart rate enough to get you breathing heavy. So if you've been sitting around for a while, maybe giving yourself the opportunity to just get up and dance around for 10 or 15 minutes, that can kind of snap you out of the doldrums from being sedentary too long. And if you can incorporate movement like this on a daily basis, you'll definitely notice an increase in energy compared to days where you're not really moving around much, or your movement isn't really challenging if you're just kind of walking here and there. It's all about getting the blood flow going, all about getting that blood pumping. But the good news is that you don't need to spend hours doing it. You can get those boosts of energy in short increments. Like I said, 10 or 15 minutes of doing really high intensity intervals, it really changes the hormones in your body to increase the production of energy. And you might have some of your favorite ways of doing that already. Okay, so tip number 3 is related to food. It's a little bit trickier, but it's not impossible. Basically, it's about stabilizing your blood sugar by optimizing your intake of carbohydrate. So one thing that we know about fluctuating blood sugar levels is that when they swing around a lot, you can really feel the difference in your energy levels. After eating a lot of sugar, you can feel quite speedy, but then as the blood sugar levels crash down, it leaves you feeling really zapped. If you've ever had that feeling that you can't keep your eyes open in the middle of the afternoon, you know what I'm talking about. Cut those 2 hours after lunch, and suddenly you're either craving sugar or caffeine for a boost. That's what I'm talking about here. So one way to get a hold of this is to see if you're eating a lot of carbs that are causing the fluctuations. This would be the processed carbs and the sugar. So foods like chips and crackers, sugary granola bars, sweetened drinks, or large portions of fast digesting carbs like bread and potatoes. So the next step would be looking at how you can cut back on these amounts of these foods, or could you change them over to carbohydrates that have higher fiber? So these are like beans, whole grains, and even fruit. These kind of carbs don't cause such noticeable fluctuations. So if you're getting sleepy in the middle of the day, take a look at your lunch meal and see how you might reduce the processed carb load and add more fiber instead. I noticed a huge difference when I switched over from my regular sandwich to a huge salad for lunch with some fish and plenty of sunflower seeds and dressing. I was full for hours and had zero dip in energy in the middle of the afternoon. So folks, those are my 3 best tips for boosting your daily energy levels fast. I would love to know if you've ever made changes in these areas before and how it's worked out for you. And also, don't forget, I'm going to be going into more detail about each of these 3 steps in future videos. So if you like the content so far and you're finding it helpful, definitely subscribe to the channel to stay updated with upcoming videos coming out. You won't want to miss the follow-up series to boost your energy even more and get you feeling even better. So take care and see you next time. And drop me a comment below and let me know how much your daily energy levels have improved after watching this video. See you guys later. Bye.